March the 21st, backyard farming, Florida. Talk a little bit about the hydroponic system today and where everything's going. The garden, we've got everything pretty much planted so far except the tomatoes on the outside here. You can see these things are taking off pretty good. Squash and zucchini squash and lettuce, onions, peas, and I believe this is some cabbage that was left over from somewhere. We plan to, right along in this area, we're going to build a little A-frame. We're going to try to grow the upside down tomatoes out of the 5-gallon buckets. So we're going to hang those. Went ahead and added another solar collector. They were on sale. Couldn't pass that up, and I already had another battery bank. So I went ahead and set up a second one here for 24 volts. So I'll have a 12-volt system for my fans and heaters, and a 24-volt system for my control system. One of the things that I picked up was this black plastic flexible tubing drain pipe at Lowe's, and you can cut this stuff with just a box cutter. What I used that for was to plan to make kind of a conservative start here, and I needed something to cover up some of these tubes, so I think I'll just give things a chance. You know, if my chemistry's wrong, and I won't kill everything at once. So I'm going to start out with just a few plants, probably tomatoes, and you can see these cups I've got just used a soldering iron to knock holes in them. One of the things I will mention is I was warned by one of the users that responded to me with email about letting light in with this plastic tubing down here, and I've got this insulated stuff here that I plan to wrap around the outside. And you can see here, even though I haven't really been using the system, just testing it, I've already got some algae type growth in here. So obviously it must be pretty important to keep light out. I also have 2 fans running back here now, and I'll show you those from the outside. These fans, as I mentioned in the previous video, picked them up at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're supposed to run off of an 18-volt NiCad little battery packs for handheld drills and so forth, but they run very well on 12 volts, and so I've got those hooked up to my 12-volt battery system. In cooperation with the fans, even though it's quite comfortable outside today, I'd say it's probably 75 degrees right now. Inside this thing it's about 95 degrees. So what I plan to do is pull the plastic off this front door and use just conventional screen door material, make a screen door out of it, provide a little additional ventilation. So right now I have 2 completely separate battery systems. Have 4 batteries in parallel for my 12-volt operation, which I'll use for the heater, and also for the fans, which I'm right now running 24/7. And then I have another battery bank here with 4 batteries that 2 are on each side or in parallel, and I'll series those for 24 volts. That's what my control system that I'm putting together will need to operate the pump, control the timing on that, and eventually probably the fans, and monitor temperature, and etc. Other things that I think up as I get further on with this project. This is the aggregate that I plan to use. It's called this Leica stone. It's some kind of a clay aggregate. You can see these little pellets here. I actually put some in some water here if you can see them. Eventually these things will sink and absorb enough water. So anyway, they look like they're a pretty good product to provide support for the root system.